We are literally living in the renaissance of arcade style beat 'em ups, and I, for one, am loving every second of it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new beat 'em up game entering the market from the people that brought you the fantastic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Comes again with another popular IP, this time tackling the Marvel Universe with Marvel Cosmic Invasion. If you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a massive favor. Smash that like and subscribe button for all future content here on the channel. So Tribute Games is coming back again with another arcade style beat 'em up game, this time tackling the Marvel Universe, and all of our favorite characters are in here, whether it's Spider-Man, Black Panther, Wolverine. They are all here. I have my personal favorite. This was one of my most anticipated games of the year. I was absolutely hyped from the moment that this game was announced. This was everything that I want in current gaming, where we live in a world where AAA games is just dominating everywhere you look. I prefer to play those small independent games that has a lot of nostalgia packed into it and really kind of makes me feel like I'm going back to my childhood and playing these games, whether it was like on the Super Nintendo, Sega, or even in the arcade. Tribute Games does a great job of bringing that nostalgia feeling to life. The pixel art in this game is absolutely phenomenal. You can see all the character details, and the color palette in this game really makes the character sprites pop off the screen. And a lot of times it feels like you're watching a Marvel cartoon or reading something off the pages of the comic book. And that is something, as a longtime Marvel fan, I really appreciate. I feel like they took everything from Shredder's Revenge and improved on it in so many different ways. Now, I've been playing a lot of this game on the Steam Deck because I'm pretty busy. I work a lot, so I don't always have time to be playing on my TV. And I am happy to say, even though it is not at this point certified on Steam Deck, it does run absolutely great. I have played it in handheld mode. I played it in dock mode. It looks great. It plays great. It's everything that you want to have a beat 'em up game in the palm of your hand. It's listed as unsupported, but take my word for it, guys. I've been playing this mostly in handheld mode, and it works absolutely great. I work a lot, so I was able to bring this thing with me when I travel, when I go to work, play on breaks. And even though it's listed as of right now as unsupported, it works just fine. What I really enjoyed about this game is because it's a love letter to the Marvel Universe. It has all the characters that you want, whether it be like Captain America, Black Panther. You have your brawlers like Captain America, Black Panther, Wolverine. You have your like flying projectile people like Iron Man and Nova and Storm. And you have like the other characters like Spider-Man and Venom that are sort of like in between of brawler and projectile characters. And really, if you are a fan of the Marvel Universe, there's a character in here for everybody. And one thing that I can really appreciate that Tribute Games really does well is they make the characters unlockable as you progress through the story. So when you start the game, you're going to see some empty slots. But as you progress through the main story campaign, you start unlocking characters like Venom and so on. One thing that I seen in the comment section of my short I did the other day was someone said that they feel like this game doesn't have a lot of replay value. And I actually beg to differ. I think this game has a lot of replay value. There's so much stuff that you can do. You have the main story campaign, which is sort of laid out like a roadmap, but you also have an arcade mode. But what's really cool is as you're playing the story mode, you level up your characters. And as you're leveling up your characters, you get these cosmic cubes. And you can use these cosmic cubes on this sphere grid to unlock other unlockables. Whether it's characters, alternate costume artwork, music, arcade modifiers, which I thought was a really cool idea. It gives you more of the incentive to keep replaying this thing because you want to unlock everything, especially when it comes to like the costumes and the arcade modifiers, because you unlock arcade modifiers. So when you go play through the arcade mode, you can do like free play where the game never ends. If you die, you just continue where you left off and you keep picking it up. And that's really good for people that aren't necessarily good at the game. I died a lot of times in the story mode, and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had to continue because I have to start all the way back. But you know, games in the 80s and early 90s were like that. When you end, like when you lost all your lives, you're done, you're over, you got to start over again. So I like the fact that they kept it very real to the experience that I had when I was a kid, but also you have the arcade mode with the modifier that can either make it super hard or make it much, much easier. There are difficulty modifiers to make like the enemies super hard and all that stuff. And it kind of like gave me a Halo vibe with the Halo skulls, where you have the skull modifiers and it can make the game super hard. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate that you can level up your character, you get additional costumes and artwork, additional music. Everything about that to me makes it more than just a beat 'em up game. It makes it something that is infinitely replayable. Whether you're playing single player or you're playing with your friend, it has cross play co op. So if I'm playing on PC and my friend's playing on PlayStation, we can play with each other. If you're playing on Xbox or Switch, we can play with each other. It has couch co op, it's up to 4 players, overall co op. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of meat on this bone, and it's really, really good if you are a consumer. And the best thing is, these games aren't expensive. Like, I believe the price point right now is like $30 for this game, and it's worth that $30 because you're going to get a very well put together product that has a lot of replay value. This is a party game. This is a game you can play with your friends if you have friends come over, or maybe you just want to sit back and chill and say, hey, you know what? I want to run through a couple levels. We live in an age where we're seeing more of these beat 'em up games coming out, whether we're talking about like Street of Rage 4, Shredder's Revenge, Rita's Rewind. We got the upcoming Masters of the Universe beat 'em up game. Like, I grew up with these styles of games. Like, we used to get these games all the time. Every property seemed to have their own beat 'em up back in the arcades and Super Nintendo era. And that was something that was missing for a long stretch of time. And then here comes Street of Rage 4. And next thing you know, we're living in the renaissance of this type of game. And I, for one, am definitely here for the ride. I absolutely am just having so much fun playing this game, a smaller title, a budget title that you can see that a lot of love and care has been put into this game. I'm sitting here streaming with my subscribers, and then I have people from Tribute Games coming into my stream and chatting with the chat, and they really care about the fan feedback. And they're talking about like how they spent so much time with the Easter eggs, with like the Mary Jane poster in the back of the level, all the different challenges that they worked on, because there's different challenges in each level, and you want to kind of get each challenge because it helps you get more experience and more cosmic cubes. Like, there's so much little details that it makes it more than just your standard beat 'em up games. And when you see the love and care that Tribute put into this game, it just makes you care more as a consumer. They care just as much about this product as we do as fans of these properties and these games. And to see Tribute Games just kind of socializing with the fans and really showing about the detail they put in, I feel like I want to see more developers do that. I want to see more developers actually show that they really care. This game went from one of my most anticipated games of the year to one of my favorite games of the year. This is easily in my top 3 games of the year, and I'm going to continue playing it because I'm having that much fun with the game. But that is just my thoughts on Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I want to know what you guys think. Smash that like and subscribe button for all future content. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.